Shocks. I'm here with Michael Odee, Dignitas' manager. I guess it's fair to say you're the guy who built yourself an empire.
I'm still building. It's not an empire yet, but yeah.
So your guys are here, your guys are playing the next game. For the first time in an official match with the new roster, you've got two Koreans coming in. Tell me, how did the idea originate to swap out members and bring in Korean players? I mean, is that something everybody has to do now in North American LCS?
No, it's not an essentiality that you have to have Koreans. We just decided when we knew we had two spaces open, we looked at who was available at the time, we looked at how, and looked at almost every opportunity that we had to progress, and we decided that these particular two Koreans were available. They had a lot of talent. They hadn't been tried out properly. We wanted to give them a shot, and the team all agreed. So it wasn't a management decision, really. I sanctioned it, but the players actually chose that route. Been in America too long.
Okay. Tell me, does everybody in LCS these days, in order to catch up to Cloud9 and maybe try to break that Cloud9 TSM duopoly, does everybody have to take this route? Is it actually, do you feel like there's anybody in the US that can field a North American team and be successful, be top 3 in LCS North America?
Yeah, I do believe that. At the end of the day, it's down to, like, winning tournaments like this, it comes down to teamwork. Obviously, you have to have the skill, and NALCS is very good at the moment, and teamwork it takes time to build teamwork. So C9 are way ahead on that front, and tactically they're very sound. So we've got to catch up, and that's why I was desperate to come and compete at this tournament, because I wanted to see these guys in action before we hit LCS next month, and just see what happens. We can learn so much from just watching these competitive games, and then we know what to go back and work on.
You mentioned communication. Talk to me about that. How does communication look in that lineup over there?
In-game, very good. We have a series of key words that they had to learn straight away, which is what a lot of football teams do. So I did some research on that. Out of game, they're having a lot of fun. The communication in English is broken. They're learning. They're very keen to learn as well. So Core JJ especially has an English book on his desk in a house in Los Angeles, and he wants to learn every word. It's just going to take time. This team's been together for 4 weeks. So we've been very quiet with them. We've allowed them to have some fun before we really get going. And to be honest, we've got Christmas next, and then we get going properly in January.
What are you doing to ensure that this team is actually a group rather than just a string of individuals?
Yeah, literally, we gave them no pressure for the first month, so we got a lot of stick from everybody. All the Reddit detectives found out who the players were, and we hadn't announced them. We just wanted them to have some fun, and they literally, the 5 of them leveled up level 1 accounts to level 30 accounts, and got the 2 Koreans into Challenger after less than a week. So they had fun doing that. Taking them out and round where we live in Los Angeles, getting used to America, because it's not just a jump from Korea into an LCS team in North America. It's living in Los Angeles, which is a whole nother matter. So we wanted to make sure the guys weren't homesick, and they were getting what they needed, which was, to be honest, this is a game at the end of the day. You need to have fun, and they're having fun.
Just to a degree, you might say that, at least I would say that it's a risk. You know, you've got 2 guys who you don't know if they will settle in the long term. You don't know, maybe the communication will not be good enough in order to compete at the highest level. Do you think it's fair to say it's a risk that you're making?
I think whenever you change a player, it's a risk. I've been doing this a long time, as you know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and we've just got to keep an eye on that. The team captain Crumbs has got to tell me what's going on the whole time, and we've just got to understand the mechanics behind the team, and also the personal stuff behind the team. That's a big factor in professional gaming now. So that's my job as the manager. I need to find out these things, keep an eye on it, and worst comes to worst, if we have to do another change later, we're not scared to do that. I hope this team works, because they're a lot of fun to work with. And I don't like changing players, as everyone knows. I say that a lot, but it happens.
As a team owner, you need to plan for contingencies, right? This, as far as risks go, I would say it's a moderate to a fairly large risk. Is there a contingency plan somewhere in the back of your head that you if things don't go well in the split, you will already know what to do, or are you kind of...
It's a rubbish answer for you, but yeah, we have a plan, and I don't want to use that plan. But you never know what's going to happen. Lots of factors can come into this, and now we're looking for a coach right now, and that's another factor because the coach will have a lot of say on what we do. So that could change everything. I don't know. So we have to get that in place or that person in place before the 7th of January.
Skara is a coach right now. And you're looking for a coach. Is there a particular reason why Skara didn't become a coach for you guys?
Well, he was our coach. I won't go into the details on that one. But yeah, Skara chose another path, and good luck to him. He's a friend. So yeah, we move on. That's life. That's gaming. So
how good is this team? Do you think? I mean, this upcoming split, top 3 in North America. Good enough?
I never do predictions. I never put pressure on our players. I believe this team are good. But like I said, we wanted to come and compete in a tournament like IEM. It's a tournament that I've never won, so it would be nice to get that far, so touch wood somewhere. There's no pressure on these guys. That's not the way that I manage. I just want to make sure in my own mind that this is the team we're going to go into LCS with. Give them every chance to do that, and hopefully it works.
More of a general question. What needs to happen in North American LCS for Cloud9 to be kind of permanently challenged? They've been challenged once by TSM now. They've had a roster change, and we don't really know how good TSM is. I think they're still trying to find the kind of center of gravity, if you will. Cloud9 are amazing. They've been amazing in San Jose. What needs to happen for those guys to be knocked off the perch, if you will?
I think literally other teams need to catch up on the team play aspect of it, especially. I'm hoping for our team's sake that Cloud9 do what most pro teams do. They get a bit cocky and they don't practice so much, and they let it slack a little bit so everybody catches up. That's one way of knocking them off the perch, and the other way is somebody comes along with much better tactics and drive to punch through, and I think this next season looks extremely strong in NA. I think every team looks very strong, so it's going to be very tough.
Last question, how much of that type of innovation in terms of tactics do you see in your boys?
A lot. So we got Crumbs, who can read the game extremely well. Gamsu coming in from Samsung Blues, giving us a new insight into the Korean thinking. But the new patch is completely different. The meta in the jungle is completely different. I'm confident. We got good analysts. We now got those in place as well. So with the combination of everything we have in place, and it's a whole team. It's those 5 guys play the game, but we got a whole team around them as well. I just want to see them play. Yeah, that's simply that. Let's see what happens.
Well, let's not delay seeing them play any further. Shocks, take it away.
Thank you very much, Carmen.